the weird thing is, yeah, like everyone's got like a maximum age. Let's not kid ourselves. Jennifer Aniston walks in.
Yeah, how old is she now? Like 40s, definitely.
She's like mid 50s.
Is she 50s already? Yeah, shit. Fair.
I'm saying yes every day of the week.
Hello and welcome back to Single Sounds. I'm Katie Mack, the host and creator of this podcast that helps you find out more about the singles in your city so you can start off dating someone knowing a bit more about them to try and tackle incompatible matches based on a few photos and some prompts. Yes, that was a direct at the modern dating apps. Today's guest has never actually downloaded a dating app, which I found really refreshing, and I think you should take a leaf out of his book and next week ditch the apps and come to a singles bingo night with me. Next Friday at Inferno's, I'll be hosting a singles bingo night with the Australian legends Bogan Bingo Boys. So to put yourself in a position where you could meet someone in person, click the link in the description of this episode and get your tickets. And I'll see you there next week. Back to this week. This week's guest loves to have fun, be spontaneous, and make people laugh. He definitely succeeded with making me laugh, and I reckon for you listeners, it would be impossible for you not to enjoy the plethora of celebrity impressions in this episode. He doesn't buy into the British culture of baked beans or moaning, but I think he has cracked the code on the art of being charming, as he explains later. Okay, hi, welcome to Single Sounds.
Hello, thank you for having me. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing great, thanks. Thanks for asking. Someone's listened before.
I've done my research. Can I also just say that intro that we just heard, all of us, the listeners, wow. What a great summary of everything we've spoken about today.
Oh yeah, obviously.
And what a sultry voice. Can I say that?
Yeah, of course you're allowed to say that.
Thank you.
I love it. I spend time over those intros.
Yeah, no, I heard it and then I thought, you know what? Because you probably record the intros afterwards.
Yeah, I do, yeah, obviously. Otherwise, I didn't know what I'm going to say.
Yeah, this will be the first thing people hear. So I'm like, wow, we touched some amazing topics. And I don't even know what they are yet. Everyone else will know.
How are you doing today? I didn't ask.
I'm doing great. I've just come off a serious week of work.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, we met through mutual friends. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Kind of similar industry.
Yeah, kind of in a business context, really.
Yeah. Very professional.
Very professional. At a conference.
Business cards.
It was a conference.
Exchange business cards and everything.
Actually, speaking of our mutual friend, he said you do really good impressions.
Yeah.
Do you?
So
Can you do some?
I do a few. So, like, you've obviously, like, blonde hair, everything. Obviously, I do a bit of a Boris. So.
You don't look like Boris, though.
No?
No. I mean, that's the biggest thing I've ever heard. We can't have people thinking you look like Boris. No, you've got. I'd say that's
address.
more. Oh, that's pretty good though.
No, I like that. To say I don't look like Boris is a travesty.
Yeah, that's good.
You like that?
No, this is more of a Leo DiCaprio hair.
Oh,
do you not think? Like
now
his little.
Now you are flirting.
Oh no, I'm not.
I think she's flirting.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to like if I can do any like other like. I want to do like classics that like people would know. Prince Harry?
Yeah, that's good.
Do you know what he sounds like?
Yeah.
I forget them like
I watched the whole documentary, so I'm like, I should know what he sounds like.
I started to feel my penis oscillate. That was
That's
good,
his
no?
book. That's his book. Yeah.
Elizabeth Arden Cream.
That's really good.
Yeah?
Oh my god, his audio book.
Yeah.
That's where it's from. I instantly recognise that. That's so
gosh.
good. Who else? Any women?
I can do
had Boris. And
I mean,
Prince Harry.
I can do like maybe 70, so I'm not gonna do all of them. But
Okay, that's
like
fair enough.
Professor McGonagall,
Oh yeah,
but not very good one.
go on.
Again, it's
I want to try.
Harry Potter.
Oh, that's very good.
That was good. Yeah. That's really not a good
No,
one.
that was good.
Professor. It's a lot of that.
Good accent though.
I can do Attenborough.
Oh yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone will know that one.
Give me like an animal.
The hippopotamus
Okay, give me a country.
in South Africa.
The hippopotamus, small but large in its tribe. In South Africa, the hippopotamus grows.
That's actually so good. I can't do impressions for shit. I don't know how
Really?
you do them. That's so
Impressions, accents, I love them all.
good. Can you do an impression of me? No, because I'm not like...
It's a bit too new, but if I heard enough of it, I probably
listen
could.
to every episode and come back.
Yeah, no, I probably could, to be fair.
I would love to hear an impression of myself. Oh my God, I love those. Let's find out about your dating profile, your who, what, where. So first, who are you sexually attracted to?
Everyone with a great vibe, you know, love for life.
Yeah.
Spontaneous, loves doing things, like blondes.
Okay.
That's just me. But
It does make sense you're blonde yourself.
I'm not. Yeah, well, I am blonde.
But
yeah,
apparently you go for people that you look like.
Yeah, well,
Apparently
that's
a thing. Yeah.
That is a thing. But like, yeah, no, if you're listening to this and you're a beautiful brunette or ginger or any which way, yeah, I'm not rolling you out. Please slide in.
Just slide in.
please, I'm begging.
Is it only women?
Yeah, it is. Unfortunately, as much as I love men, I love the concept of having a boyfriend. Like, I just find that amazing. Like, imagine like being able to walk around a club, you know, big, sexy Chris Hemsworth on your arm.
Yeah, I love it.
But then it's just the bedroom stuff.
Yeah.
No, not really.
I'm actually the same for women. I find women very attractive, but I'm not sexually attracted to them. And that's the difference.
That's what it is. Like, oh my God, like, you know, Thor turns up. I'm big on Chris Hemsworth, if you haven't noticed. Turns up, you know, a hunky man. You know, oh, that guy was mean to me. Beat him up. Like, I'm loving that. I'll talk
That
to him
energy.
about Top Gear. Do you know what I mean? It's just the bedroom stuff. But yeah, that's a really long way of saying, basically, it's women only for me.
Do you have any height or age preferences?
So height, I'm totally chill. Age, I've heard a few people on this podcast that have gone out like older ladies. Respect it. I dated like a 35-year-old woman for a bit while I was at uni.
Fair.
I was like 19. I only went like 2 dates with her. And I lied to her and said I was 27.
Classic.
I'm definitely in the wrong for that one. Honestly, if any court cases come up, then like I'm definitely pleading guilty there. So I don't know. The weird thing is, yeah, like everyone's got like a maximum age. Let's not kid ourselves. Jennifer Aniston walks in.
Yeah, how old is she now? Like 40s, definitely.
Ah, she's like mid 50s.
Is she 50s already? Yeah, shit. Fair.
I'm saying yes every day of the
height.
week.
Yeah.
So
I recently learned that someone I know is dating a 51-year-old and they're 27.
rich,
As in, a guy is 27 dating 50 plus.
rich, 50.
Very rich.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like,
let's have it right.
That's good. She's old enough to be his mum, but yeah.
So in theory, I don't really have an age range because I think
Because Jennifer Aniston will always be.
Honestly, because of Jennifer Aniston, like she kind of messed it up.
That's so fair.
But like, I mean, ideally, like in your 20s.
And how about where would you like to date?
Yeah, London.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, ideally, like zone 1 to 3.
Yeah, I like the same.
Have people said that?
Yeah, they have. They have.
Ideally, like not central, but like, you know, within the sort of half an hour.
You don't want to be spending like an hour and a half to get to someone because that's zone 5 territory.
Well, you didn't let me finish. Either zone 1 to 3 or zone 7 above. No, it is zone 1 to 3 ideally. But London generally, that is ideal, obviously.
Yeah.
Can I also say, like, ideally someone who, like, you know, is quite driven, loves the work they do, and has got quite, like, you know, a nice attitude for life, like likes. You know.
Just like living life.
Yeah.
To the full kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I hate the phrase like doesn't take life too seriously, but it is that kind of energy of like, you know,
exactly
just go with the flow.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, but then if you write that on a dating app, people crucify you because it's just...
You know, I don't use dating apps.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
No, that's fair enough.
I'm a bit old school. Yeah.
I think most of them end in terrible dates. Like all my worst... Actually, no, that's not true. That's a lie. Ignore that. Actually, some of my worst ones have been people I've met in person, but that's on me because I get overexcited about the story. I overhype.
Gosh, I sort of bump my books into you. Come over for orange juice or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's just the whole like how we met. I get wrapped up in that.
Yes.
And I think it's because it's not an app. But maybe if I just do a you and only meet people in person, then I won't get overexcited, and then they might be better.
Who knows? I've been very lucky to not have to use dating apps in my life. However, it could be that, like, you know, 35, single dad, jumping on those. I'm not a dad. I just want to But you get
If it gets there.
You know what I mean?
I know what you meant.
Actually, I don't know. Yeah. But like, you get the point. Like, I've heard also like Tinder for 35 plus is different gravy.
Yeah, no, I've heard.
Have you heard it from this podcast?
Yeah. We're going to do the 3 A's. The first A is acceptance. So, will they be accepting of your flaws and your quirks?
Hopefully.
Have you got many?
I think so.
Okay.
I hope not, but I'm a very happy person. I very rarely get like stressed and like upset.
Yeah.
And I think that can wind people up. I'm just like in a room where everything's going wrong. Like, I'm the guy who's just like,
You're happy, yeah.
But like,
just
that
like, it's
sounds
fine.
like it should be a positive thing, but actually, like, I think a lot of like UK culture is all about like, oh god, this happened to me. Oh, wow,
Yeah, I agree. We love a moan.
we love a moan,
Yeah.
and I'm just not a massive moaner.
That was one of my old questions, was like, what's your moan of the moment? And everyone loved that section. 'Cause-
What do you kind of? Now I'm moaning.
Yeah, I got bored of the moans. So I cut it. But
You
yeah.
want to know mine? I hate baked beans.
You hate baked beans.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Stumped you with
As
that
in
one.
just like the taste, the texture, everything.
Just so many people grew up just on like baked beans on toast, and I just
Jacket
missed
potatoes.
this entire thing. Jacket potatoes as well.
Yeah.
I missed it.
And beans
so
and cheese. That's a good meal,
I
in
don't
my
think
opinion.
I've ever bought baked beans in my life.
To be fair, I don't buy them. I wouldn't.
It's like salt. It all just
No.
appears in the cupboard.
Yeah.
Like, no one's ever bought that. Like, what? Does this come with the house? It's always a bit dodgy, isn't it?
I have to buy salt. Actually, I just moved in and I don't have
You
any.
just bought salt?
Yeah.
I want to know on the podcast, like, if you're listening to this, like, have you bought salt recently? Because if not, start
How old is
questioning
that
your
salt?
reality. Yeah.
Does it ever go off? Nah. Probably
Salt,
not.
like, that's what preserves other things, surely.
Yeah, I don't think so.
If you haven't bought salt recently, like, take a deep, dark look at, like, what you're consuming on a daily basis, because it can't be good for you, surely.
Okay, go on. What is your most controversial opinion?
I guess it would be the baked bean thing. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't like that. I don't have particularly.
It's quite
controversial-
British, so
Yeah,
yeah, going against the flow there.
slightly going against the grain. I mean, I guess this section, in terms of sports, I love to play badminton and football, which are like a really weird mix of sports.
Badminton and football.
They're not at the same time.
Yeah, it's like,
The way you looked at me there, I was like,
I don't think they're that unusual. Football, definitely not. That's like every boy.
no,
ever.
like just. But I'm
Badminton
bad at football.
It's a
But
bit more random.
I love badminton.
Yeah.
It's one of those things like my dad, like,
I enjoy it.
playing at badminton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out my shuttlecock.
Oh, first date. Oh, hello. I like where this is going.
No, I don't think playing badminton's a controversial opinion.
Really?
But baked beans, maybe.
That's weird, isn't it? Baked beans. For that to be a controversial opinion.
Yeah, to not like them. I don't know. I'm not even. Is it? Maybe you've just failed at this question. What about your toxic trait, other than your positivity?
I think I am like horrifically positive.
It's toxic positivity.
Mm.
Yeah,
I'm
had that before.
a bit of a truth teller.
Okay.
I tell the truth a lot. Too much.
Too much. No
Yeah.
white lies, kind of thing.
Brutal. A little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a skill of it. Isn't like, well, I think white lies are a skill. I think they're needed in our society because we're all a bit sensitive.
I know how to white lie. I
You
just
just
choose
don't.
not to.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
a skill I've ignored. I think generally like a bit too confident, a bit too spontaneous. I like to talk to everyone.
Yeah.
I've been on dates. I've had ex-girlfriends that have like got wound up by me like talking to the waiter and being like, "What's your favourite dish?" You know, can
Trying to
we
be
have
best
this?
friends with the waiter.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. Like I talk to everyone all the time, and that can be quite infuriating. I've stopped that. So if you want to go on a date with me, I don't do that anymore. So yeah. But no, yeah. I
No,
would
you
say-
definitely need someone that it sounds like when you go to like a party or a gathering, they can just go off on their own and not be bothered by you chatting to like everyone.
Or even like match my energy. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
that's what I
great
mean.
spirits, happy. We'll spend time together. If they want to go off,
Yeah.
we'll go. I'm not jealous at all.
No, you're not a jealous person.
And I think there's a certain element of relationships that's like built on jealousy a little bit.
I actually do agree with you there. I think they
Do you know what I mean?
needed
you
a
want
little
to be
bit.
desired. You want to be like, oh, this guy at work spoke to me today, and you want the boyfriend to go like, oh,
yeah,
slightly.
Yeah, you do, because it helps with like feeling wanted.
Exactly.
But like the dating gurus will always say you need 90% comfortable, 10% insecure for a successful relationship, and that's that 10% insecure. It's like, but it can also be reframed as like, you respect them enough that you know that they're not gonna like, you know, if you treat them badly, they're gonna leave you. That 10% insecure as well, of being like, you can't fuck them over. Yeah, exactly, because they're not just gonna stay with you 100% regardless of what you do. Like, that's obviously unrealistic. If you're a dick, they're probably gonna go.
Yeah.
So you need that 10% of like, whether it's jealousy.
Like, just be a nice person.
Yeah.
I think I'm a very nice person. I just think like I just don't get jealous in those ways. Like.
Yeah, possessive.
I'm a bit of a weirdo.
I'm a
special breed. I'm a special breed of weirdo. If you want something else, then go get something else. Like, I'm not gonna. That's why I don't really get cheating either. I've not cheated and I've never been cheated on.
Yeah.
And the reason I don't get it is because I'm just like,
just leave.
If you're not,
No, it's
that's
so
exactly
silly.
what it is.
I think a lot of it comes from when you're just like immature and you actually just can't have those conversations.
What do you think that is? It's like insecurity. Like, I want to be wanted.
Well, I think there's a combination of people just like not wanting to have that conversation because they like the security of being in a relationship.
Yeah.
And then
I've got to say, like, I don't have a great experience with cheating in terms of like, as in, not that I don't have a great experience, as in I've had a bad experience, more as in like I just don't have experience in it in any kind of way. The only thing I can say from experience is that when I have been in a relationship, I've found girls are more attracted to me because I'm like that, you know what I mean? Can't be had.
Yeah. It's like forbidden fruit vibe.
Unobtainable.
Yeah.
So I found myself more desirable sometimes.
Well, I think also, like,
I wonder if that's it.
I think you act a bit differently because I've had this. It's really interesting. Since I've been single, obviously I record all my episodes in advance. So the last 2 guys that have come out have technically been when I'm single, but I recorded them both when I was in a relationship, and I got so many messages being like, oh my god, girl, look at you, like flirting with the guests. I wasn't at all, but it's the people's, or like my friends, whoever's listening's frame of mind is thinking she's single now. Before, if I'd not broken up with my boyfriend, they would have just been like, oh, it's classic, she's just being friendly, like she likes to get to know all her guests. But that now it's I'm flirting. And I had to message them all back being like, you know, I wasn't single when I recorded this. It's the same energy, and I think it's the same. You were saying like you're more desirable. I think when you're in a relationship, you're confident, so you end up being more friendly to people because you're just like, oh, I'm not thinking of it in this mind frame, and no one else is. But then, you're
like, screw it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I've got a lot of friends that like are less confident than I am. You know, a lot of them happen to be in like auditing or software development and stuff like that.
Bit more like techie jobs.
Yeah, exactly.
Bit more introverted.
Yeah. And I'm the type of like, you know, extrovert, I guess, that like I talk to everyone in the same way.
Yeah.
Male bartender, female bartender. If I think you look nice, I'll be like, wow, like, love your hair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you'll give compliments wherever, yeah.
I'm generous with compliments. I try to be, at least. And like, one thing I always say to them is actually like, you know, talk to everyone the same way. Like, no one wants to be put on a pedestal where like they suddenly have this massive pressure to be the perfect person. Talk to everyone how you like you would talk to anyone else. Like, a lot of guys, I think they talk to their mates in a way where a lot of girls would find that attractive, but as soon as they talk to a girl, they switch up.
It's so funny. You could be like a male dating coach. They say this all the time. They say this all the time.
If you're not talking to your mates like this,
they literally say it all the time.
I do think so.
For like when they're trying to help males meet females, that way round, always like heterosexual relationships, they always say, don't think she's out of your league, because then your mind is she is out of your league, and like you said, you'll start acting weird and you won't be yourself. You won't be like confident. You'll be all shy and like recluse, and that's not going to attract the girl.
There's a lot of things like that where like
you got it without even listening to the advice. Just from life.
No, but you see like I think it was like Britney Spears went like a long-term relationship with like one of her dancers, and you have kind of things like this that happen all the time where like in theory someone's out of someone else's league, whether that be financially or how they look or whatever way it is. Mm-hmm. But like the one-up that you have over all these other Zac Efrons that are on every other dating app is that you know them. You know them. You're in their life already.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, that's the ultimate advantage. Stop comparing yourself to some guy that you could never be when they're not even there competing with you.
Yeah. Love that. You should do motivational TikToks.
Oh God, I don't even know if this will work as a dating podcast, but
No, it's all good. Like, it's all...
these are just genuine things that I believe in that I've witnessed, and I think like if you're a guy listening to this, or if you're a girl, it's not that deep. Find someone. If you gel with them, amazing. If not, then it's not the end of the world. We're all fine. We're all okay in the end.
Okay.
We're all totally good.
I love that energy at the moment. It's all going to be fine. It's all going to be fine.
Please.
Please.
I'm like lying to myself. Like, please let it be fine.
It's all going to be fine. No, it is. I always think you've survived worse.
Wow. No, that single 2 a.m. like, oh God, where am I? Like, ice cream after a breakup.
Oh yeah.
Those are some of the worst.
Yeah.
It's always the first breakup.
I don't know. Yeah, this one was really tough because we lived together. Like, that was shit.
I had one of those.
Yeah. This is my only one where we've actually been, like, living together. So you have the whole extra admin of, like, fuck, now I need to find somewhere to live.
So I've got to say, the one thing I did do was I made sure that we had separate bedrooms.
Yeah.
I think that's important. If you're in your 20s and you want to live with a significant other, harder said than done, like, especially
financially,
London rents. Yeah. But if you can, like, these are for our up north people, maybe. I think it is important to have your own room.
Yeah,
like, if you are going to stay up a bit later at night, you're going to have your own room to go chill out in. Mm-hmm. I think all that's important. I went through a breakup. I didn't have, a 3-year relationship, so I can't talk on that. But it was, about a year or so.
Yeah.
Lived together, the works, hit me totally, like, by surprise, and it absolutely, like, shattered my soul.
Oh, it's so sad, isn't it?
It's years ago now, but honestly, I speak to friends that go through, like, that first big breakup, and I always heard that the second breakup hits you hardest. But I really don't think anything really hits quite as hard. Although
my first one was at uni and it was awful.
Yeah.
But that's because I couldn't escape because we were at the same uni. And we've been together a long time.
My first one was at uni, and same uni, same house.
Oh, that is bad.
Lived together
you
for like
can't
another
escape.
6 months after.
Actually, now we're on this topic of worst dating disasters. We're going to move on to the adventure section. Let me know your worst dating story.
Can I just say, like, the transition for that adventure one, very kind of adventurous, sounded a bit like Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
It's good, wasn't it?
I like that.
Yeah, my editor made them from scratch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, what was the question? Worst dating story?
Yeah.
This is kind of a weird one, but I first joined uni, my birthday's quite late in the school year, right at the end of August. So I came quite young, so I just turned 18.
Okay.
Went on a few dates here and there, and I kind of locked it down. I had like a perfect script almost. And went on a date with this girl who was in my course. Everything was amazing. Found her really attractive as well. And one of my opening lines is that I'm the youngest person in this uni. Like, that's my opening line. That's a cool thing.
That's my fun fact of the day.
It sparks conversation. I'm big on fun facts. It sparks conversation.
Big on fun facts.
30th of August, like, doesn't get further back in August than that, really.
No, yeah, literally.
And then she just turns around and, like, she was born on the 31st of August, and it just kind of burnt my whole script. It just kind of threw me off. And, like, I remember that to this day because it just, like...
She one-upped you by a day.
That's not cool.
Yeah.
And it also, like, ruined all my subsequent dates with other people because it was, like...
You couldn't use the line.
I had, like, such a great, like, foundation. Like, remember, I'd 17, just turned 18. And it was just such a great opener. It just... Oh, I remember this and I remember that and I remember studying this and this birthday and that birthday, and it just flowed from there. And I had it like almost maybe locked down too precisely, but as soon as she threw that spanner in the works, like I forgot her name and I don't know if I'm blaming that on that, but I am actually. I'm going to blame it on that.
Yeah,
I'm
threw you
blaming
off.
her.
Yeah.
I'm blaming her. She ruined my
Because
story.
now she was the youngest person in the year and you've lost your whole identity.
I tried claiming that dates afterwards, but it just...
It didn't have the same ring anymore.
It just, yeah.
Knowing it was a lie.
Yeah. It just didn't ring true. So, yeah, that's got to be one of the worst moments, even though it's such a minor thing. It is truly a minor thing. That,
It's so
like when you just turned 18.
But it's funny, yeah.
When you just turn 18, like, you've got such small, like, collection of life skills.
Or like life stories, I guess.
Especially like dating, like,
yeah,
fucking
you've got
skills.
no
You hit
experience.
one, like, vein that works.
Yeah.
And as soon as it stops working, you abandon the whole ship. But no, yeah, like, with that girl, I actually did keep seeing her, to be fair. And then the worst one was, like, we had, like, uni accommodation. I came down with all my flatmates, and then she once just ran up to me and kissed me in front of all my mates. We weren't like dating like that. We had like 2 dates.
Yeah.
Running up to someone when they're out in town, like with all their mates, and just running up and kissing them. That's a bit
of an ick.
That's not only a nick. That's just a bit like that's a bit too much.
Were you embarrassed in front of your friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to
Play it cool.
hit on my flatmate at the time, and it just ended up working in my favour. But don't do that. I feel like it's 2023 now, so no one needs that advice. But don't kiss random people on the street after you just went on a date with them. That's weird.
Oh yeah, don't spot them and then now I'm thinking about it. To do that now would be unhinged. Like imagine you've been on like 2, like app dates. You see them on the tube, you just run up
with
and kiss
their
them.
friends.
Yeah.
With like 5 of their closest mates. Hey baby. That's too much. We don't like that.
I'm picturing they like on the tube platform just running up to someone, kissing them, and then them being like, "What the fuck?" And then also all their friends being like, "Who the fuck was that?"
I don't know. It's my auntie.
It's like literally seeing a long lost aunt or something.
I'm half German. That's my cousin. That's normal.
That's what they do.
That's what we do.
We do. He just doesn't play it off.
Didn't mean to add tongue, but no, we don't do that.
Oh, that's really funny. Affection section. What is your biggest ick?
Oh God. So this soundbite is the one with a really loud smooch in the pot.
Yeah, that's the one.
God, didn't that just burst your eardrums just then? I feel sorry for whoever listened to it on the tube. Hopefully the screeching kind of blurred that one out. That's popping. But no, what was the biggest ick?
Yeah.
Oh, I went on a date a few months ago with a girl, and went back to hers, had a great time, kind of woke up the next morning to brush my teeth.
Okay.
And she has a brown toilet seat.
Brown? Oh, as in like wood?
Like in the 70s, people had this kind of like dark yellow kind of vibe aesthetic.
Oh, okay, not wood, still plastic.
Plastic, it's kind of like dark 70s, kind of like a light brown.
Oh, wait, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that kind of like...
Yeah. It's like off brown.
Hearing aid brown.
Yeah.
So I'm like...
I'm trying to think.
That's a
like
bit
chocolate mousse brown?
Exactly.
I don't know. No,
yeah.
lighter.
Yeah. No, chocolate mousse is kind of like
light,
fluffed.
Yeah, like... I was thinking of like Angel
no,
Delight chocolate mousse colour.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, okay.
I'm like, that's a bit weird. It's like a new build. It's a bit weird that they put 70s toilet seats in her, but fine. So I like come out and I'm like, interesting toilet seats. Do you know what I mean? That's not.
Was it just the seat and not the whole toilet?
It was just the seat.
Oh.
Interesting. Yeah. So essentially, what it was is that she fake tans every night, sits on the toilet seat, and this toilet seat in a new build.
She hadn't been there that long.
I'm talking like 2022. In a new build, dark, beautiful mahogany brown. Not beautiful. I mean, it did have streaks, but that's just purely based on where you sit on the toilet seat. She had managed to dye this just based on fake tan alone.
Wow.
I've not heard this ick. I've not heard anyone mention this ever.
No.
That was wild.
That is...
I've seen some mad toilets, like I've lived in houses with just all guys and mixed and everything. That unlocked a new ick in me that I wasn't ready to unlock.
Where's too much fake talent? They've dyed the toilet seat. Okay, let's play your friend's recommendation of to why someone should date you. Your friend's affection for
I know,
you.
but I asked him to do it before I'd heard everyone else's, and everyone else said they're really nice. So I don't know if this guy's gonna be nice about it.
Well, we'll see.
I think he's gonna take the first. Fair play to him. I think it'll be funny.
Ooh, why should date? All right, okay. I'm gonna flip it a little bit, and I'm gonna say a reason not to date. If this autumn, all you're looking forward to is spending all day on the sofa watching TV with your thick socks and your matching pajamas with your boyfriend, not going to be the one for you. That will last about 20 minutes. Before you know it, you've been to 4 markets, you've had 15 cocktails at 10 different bars. That's the way that operates. And I know there's someone out there, I know there's someone listening who's been swooned by his wheelie dealer charm, his creativity, and those luscious blonde locks. But unfortunately, I don't think that's going to change. However, what I will say, he is one of the most energetic, outgoing, adventurous people I know. Trust me, I used to live about an inch of wall away from him, and this carries over to the bedroom too. Good luck. I hope you find the one. Mwah.
That is actually a good point. We've lived together in a few different places. And the last place we lived together, we had bedrooms next to each other. And he set his bed frame up against the wall where I had my bed frame. So whenever I had, guests over.
Guests, I like that. Guests to
And
stay.
he was in a very long-term relationship. Like, his headboard would be rocking, to be fair. But,
His walls must have been so thin.
they weren't even. That was the issue. I'm just that energetic.
I like it carries forward to the bedroom. You
God,
chatting to everybody matches the energy.
Was it cool, like, when an earthquake is, like, level 5?
Oh, the Richter scale.
It was a level 5 on the Richter scale every night. No.
I actually think the Richter scale goes up to 10. It definitely does. I did geography as a degree,
5 is
though.
bigger
I
than
should know
average.
that.
5 is far too big, if you ask me.
We've definitely not had that high in the UK at 5, I don't think.
Yeah, 5.5 max.
Very good. Okay. We can wrap up. We've done pretty well. Let's wrap up with your summary of why someone should date you after listening to this delightful episode. Sorry, that sounded so sarky.
Yeah, no,
I've enjoyed myself though. I'm sure the listeners have too.
I like to have fun. I'm very spontaneous. I try to make people laugh. I truly believe that, the art of being charming isn't actually trying to be the funniest person in the room or the most interesting. It's about making others around you feel interesting. And
I love that.
who knows if I'm
nice.
successful at that, but I really do try my best. We didn't really get into too much of my own interests. However,
Yeah, we didn't. Do you want to throw them in quick? No, we did.
I will.
Football, badminton. We got those in.
Fair. Yeah, so I'm a producer, so I'm big on media. That does, however, mean that I don't go on my phone very often. I'm more of like a face-to-face, like real life person. I love to cook. I love to joke around, and I love to have real life experiences, and I love to travel. So if you love all of those things with someone who's a little bit sarcastic and a little bit of a joker, then honestly, please let me know, because I think you'll have the time of your life.
Yeah, slide in. I like to say.
Yeah.
The new slide emoji on Apple is making me so happy.
I've not seen
Have you
that.
seen? Oh my god, yeah, it's new. I think it's because it's finally come up every time I write in, like, slide into the DMs. So I write that a lot. And there's a big blue slide, and it's so good.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that a new thing?
It
Is it
must be
single?
new. Yeah, it must be new. Oh my god, I love those. Okay, we're done. Done? Happy?
Thank you for listening. And if you want to find out more about Single Sounds, please check out the Instagram, where we've got clips coming out every single week, as well as updates on any of our live tours and things
love
like
it.
that.
Yeah.
I think a tour's fair.
Tour, yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
live tour.
Live tour.
Aside from that, you're probably going to hear it in the outro, but if you like this episode, go
No,
ahead
you
and
can
give
do
us
it.
5 stars.
I love this. I don't have to do one. You can do it.
And if you're going to be extremely cheeky, go ahead and head down to your Apple store. They've got about 20 iPhones lined up in a row. You can go ahead and download every single episode of ours on every single iPhone and
Yeah.
rate it 5 stars and make this the most listened to episode of all time. If you work at an Apple store, that makes it even easier because you can just do it on your lunch break. Honestly, do it for the boys. This boy's desperately single.
Love it. Done. I'm not doing an outro. That's
All right.
the end.
Really? Is that going to be the outro?
That's the end.
All right, nice. Thank you. Love you all.
Yeah. Have a great week, guys. Bye.